guys, Dave's in Texas here, and this video is about the good and bad gifts for Christmas for the guitarist, okay? Now, a lot of these things I'm talking about, I received as a young guitarist, right? And some of the funniest ones I've heard about are friends of mine that got these gifts for Christmas, and just crazy, okay? Okay, now, I want to just kind of cover these categories back and forth, what's good, what's bad, stocking stuffers and gifts and things. And to sum it up quickly, I can tell you, buying a guitar for a guitarist, unless you know exactly what model and type that he wants, is a real risky business. Even if you know that, it's still risky because each guitar plays differently. Even if it's like this one sitting next to one looks just like it, one may play better for him than the other, okay? One may have a different shaped neck than the other one that you may not know about. One may have a different set of pickups that he's interested in that you may not know about. So the risk involved in spending out a couple $1,000s for a guitar, even, gosh, $300 or $400, is a risk that most people don't want to take, because if they're close, they don't want to take the guitar back and exchange it. You follow me? Because it's become too personal. A gift certificate, right, for a guitar, you follow me? Anywhere from $3,000 to $2,000-$3,000 if it's something really special, will do the trick to his favorite music store, whoever that may, whatever company that may be. All right, and amplifiers. Let's get to those real quick. Amps. A friend of mine that only played acoustic at little coffee clubs and stuff, with a microphone and the house PA. Someone bought him a very expensive acoustic amplifier for Christmas 2 years ago, and he almost tore the crap out of his guitar trying to put a preamp in it to use it. Of course, he could use a mic, but he wanted to, be good about it and actually electrify his git fiddle, and almost shot his own foot off trying to be nice about it. But, it was like a $500 amp, so he didn't want to, let it go to waste either. Of course, he could use it with a microphone, but, what I'm saying, shit. Okay, now, those are gift certificate type things, okay? Another thing that's a gift certificate, and the worst gifts I've ever heard of, people give guitars parts of a guitar, like a new set of tuners that was on sale for like, $20, something like that. Really crummy tuners to go on his, $5,000, Gibson. They look at him and go, oh, those are pretty, and his on his Gibson don't look that good. They're kind of worn out looking. Well, don't do that either, okay? Again, that's a gift certificate, okay? Because first of all, they wouldn't put a cheap set of tuners on expensive guitars, and the reason they're worn out looking because they're original, okay? They keep the original guitars looking original. You follow me? And if it looks shabby, give some guitar polish. That's a good stocking stuffer. Just less than $20, Fender or Gibson make them. Of course, they don't make them, just put their name on them. But both are good for both that type finishes, okay? Gibson polish for Gibson finish and Fender for Fender finishes. You got me? Because they are different, okay? So you have to know what type of guitar he owns. Next, strings are great stocking stuffers, okay? Now, I don't want to really endorse brands, but here we go. This is a set of 3, strings that come in 3 to a package. Diodario, and the thing I need to get across to you is they come in different gauges, okay? Now this one is a set of 10 gauges, okay? That's what I normally play, right? See all the way up to 46? And you may not know what gauge he may play. He may play from 10 to 13, maybe even 9 to 13, depending on what he plays. And these are for electric guitars. Electric strings for electric guitars, okay? Acoustic strings for acoustic guitars. You follow me? A set of 3 costs you less than $20, and it's always safe to stay with like 10s or 11s, one or the other. That's a safe gauge to stay with, okay? There's all different types of these strings. There's chromes, nickel, half rounds, nickel round, pro steels, all that good stuff, Just the common gauge type strings, you follow me, will do just fine. Doesn't have to be anything special. They make Pro Steels and chromes, all that other stuff in the $10 to $12 a package range. That's not necessary. The $15 for 3, that's perfect, you know, for this regular guitarist, okay? And they really appreciate these, right? Even brothers, sisters that play guitar would appreciate these, okay? Same with the acoustic guitars. They come in gauges, right? And stick with the middle gauge and be fine, okay? All different types of brands and makers. And the guitar strings don't have to match the guitar brand, okay? Personally, I prefer Earthwood strings, the medium gauge, for my acoustics, all right? So, cut this. So, the next thing, you can buy them for less than $20. You know, you can buy them picks of all types, right? A very unique one that he may not have are these metal picks, all right? Less than $20, you get 3 of these. He may appreciate, he may not. Just something different to play with, okay? Alternate shapes and sizes, different thicknesses. Cheapest and easiest way to do is go with a medium, right? Medium shape like this, okay? We all like these, okay? Anything special? Won't hurt you. This is a giveaway gift, okay? Stick to that stocking and be happy, right? Now, the most thoughtful gift I ever got in my life, okay? I won't tell you who, but someone knew my favorite bands from the 80s and got online and copied like a bunch of songs from those different bands, okay? And they had the tabs and the lyrics with them. I thought that was the most considerate gift I've ever gotten from a friend, okay? And of course I knew he didn't have much money. But I thought that was so considerate of him to take his time to think about what would be nice to have, for me to have. And yes, I do. I really cherish that thing. It's my favorite cheap book that I own, okay? Of course, now, if you want to do something a little more special and put money into it, make it more, you know, shiny or whatever, if it's not such a personal friend, you actually give him a cheap book, okay? This one's rock and roll of the 80s I've had for like 30 years, right? And what it has, guys, this one only has the lyrics and the chord signatures for these songs, right? They have all these different artists, all these different songs, and I'd say, you know, most of them are from really dud songs from those periods that, you know, there's about, maybe you have 100, there's probably about 30 that are really good songs. The rest are kind of like really bad sellers that no one wants, you know, that we're easy to pick up the rights for. But for a new guitarist, right, these are great because a cheap book will not only show you the way to play it, but also the lyrics, and also give you what they call chord signatures, okay? Let's see, let's find a decent song here. Like I said, there's only like 30 good ones in every of these books. Alright, here's one from Wang Chung. Everyone had fun tonight, okay? Back in the 80s, sorry. And what you see, right, for the guitarist, as well as the pianist, oh boy, it's not easy to do with this guitar on my lap. Hold in there. Okay. You can see there's a B, E, and E. It shows that guitarist, you know, where to put his fingers, okay, to form a D, E chord or an E, right? And it also shows the words. There's a D chord and a C minor there, right? Turn up your radio. See, it shows you how to play it, right, along with the piano signature and the chord signature for a new guitarist. So every single guitar shop in the world has cheap books because they are so expensive and so profitable. You follow me? But then again, like I said, it's a brother or sister, you know, and you're a kid, you can get online and copy the same thing, very same thing you saw, and many of these have tabs as well to show them the lead work, okay? that lead guitar work that you know, they like to have. Make them a book of 50 or 100 of these songs they love. They'd really appreciate it. I'm telling you the truth, okay? Now, something else for a stocking stuffer. You can get these little guitar holders, or pick holders, sorry. These little pick holders for less than $10 where they put their picks in. This is nice to have, okay? Especially when you lose them like crazy, like I used to do, right? And they're less than $25 is a capo, right? Get them a capo, right? This one is set up to handle either all strings or either string, whichever I want to do. And basically it goes across the bridge of the guitar and changes the notes that it plays, okay? It just raises the notes. You follow me? Nice to have. Acoustic or electric guitarists like to have a capo, and you don't need to spend over $20 for these things. You pay more than that, you're probably getting screwed, okay? Who's my friends that I used to play with always call those nipple clamps. It used to drive everybody crazy. Where do you get that nipple clamp? Sorry. Now, also, another guitar, nice gift, not really a stocking stuffer, is a guitar stand, right? See that? That's the top of it. That's where the guitar head goes into. That leans back, and down below, right, you got the legs that it sits on, the body of the guitar. You follow me? See those little legs there? And this is a good one. This is a good brand. Okay? Very heavy duty. And I'd put any of my guitars on it. Any of the very expensive ones I own as well. To give one to someone less than $30, they probably won't use it on a real good guitar to have one because they're afraid it'll fall over or break or whatever. And usually they're very flimsy. You'll know what I talk about when you go look at them. What else? Getting the parts of anything guitar is another case of wrong. Okay? He may be talking about pickups galore, but he didn't know how to put them on himself. So it's always better to say on a gift certificate, pickups and installation. And you find out what those two costs are, and you give that to them, right? How much nicer can it be, okay? If you know what you're doing, pick guards, fancy ones with their initials on them. Those are always so cool to give someone. It's a lot of effort to do it. You might not have time to do it, but there's some shops that can still do it for you. You tell them what brand, what model, what year. Tell them what pick guard you want. They usually have a bunch of blanks to look at. Put your initials on it wherever you want to put them, as long as you don't put them in the screw down areas, or the full name, whatever. You know, very nice to have, very thoughtful gift, and you can get a custom pick guard with the engraving, not engraving, but lettering for less than $50 at a bunch of shops around. You just hit a check on them, okay? What else can I tell you all about? It's always nice to have a tuner, right? A head stock tuner, round, oval, square shape, whatever. It clamps on the head of the guitar just like you see the capo clamps, and the guitarist can tune his guitar without having to hook up to an amp or a tuner, okay? To see how a guitar needs to be tuned. Those are always appreciated, especially me. I love mine, okay? Those things are always out of tune, right? What else? A case, okay? Still, you can get one for less than $80. A real hard shell case, real nice ones for most guitars, okay? Except for those huge, big 3-inch jazz boxes. They're 3 inches thick. Those are a little 120 and down. You get a nice hard shell case, but you still, again, know the model, the brand, the year, all that kind of good stuff. And if something weird like say for example, holy cow, one of those small melody makers, you know, the 18-inch melody makers they used to have. So it's something weird looking, not normal looking. You have to make sure you get the right thing. Or if it's a melody maker with a firewood head, something like that. Just let the shop know exactly the name, model, and brand, all kinds of stuff. And possibly a year if you can get it from them. You'll know what kind of case to get for them. Always nice to have, okay? Next, a guitar strap, okay? You can get a guitar strap anywhere from $3, well actually anywhere from $5 up to $100 with their name engraved on it. Might be too late to do the name engraving on a guitar strap, but you know, a guitarist loves to have his name across his guitar strap, you know, or his name of his band or whatever. That's always nice to have. Okay. Best one I could think of is made of leather and it's double stitched. It's the only one that comes that way, double stitched. Starts around $40, goes up to $60. Okay. It's leather, both sides, polished leather, both sides. Nice straps, okay? And the best thing to do is make sure if he's a great big guy like me, to give him a long or extra long, okay? Guitar strap, right? What else? Chords. You can give him guitar chords, right? If he's playing only in his home or around his, living room, or say he's playing in his garage, you can get a 12-foot cord for less than $20. And here's a great one. Brand, this is Fender custom shop thing that I got. I got a few of those. And 18, 20 foot, 30 foot, and 12 feet lengths. And if he plays in a band, you know, on stage, give him a Larngor, give him a 20 foot or whatever, 18 foot one. But just in his you know, home or his garage, give him a little 12 foot, because it's great to practice with. Okay, you can also get him a music stand. If he owns more than a music stand to hold that cheat book, you follow me? Those are less than $20. They hold the pages back so you can look at them. You have to put rocks on them and put them on a desk and try to bounce it up so you can see them. Those are great to have if you're using cheat books, all right, or even practicing music. Okay. Also, stands such as the one I showed you. They come in 3 tops. You can put 3 guitars in it like a carousel. They're very nice. Again, they're very heavy duty because the guitars that go on them are very expensive. Or you can buy a 5 guitar stand or a 7 guitar stand, racks. Okay, and the best thing to do is go with the more expensive, because the cheap ones, I guarantee you, they will fail and really tick some people off when they start eating into the finish of the guitar. Okay, that's why those stands have all these paddings on them. Right, the good ones do. Foot pedals, geez, they make those like fishing lures. There's 10,000 of them out there. They all run from like $40 up to $300, and you know, that's just a case of choice. You know what he wants. You can go through there and look through a brand of pedals, like say Dan Electro, and say, all right, they all run $69. Give him a gift certificate for one Dan Electro foot pedal. You know, give that to him, but don't pick out the one that you think he may like, because he may not like it, or may have it, or may hate it. Okay, personally, I hate foot pedals. Oh goodness gracious, what else can I talk to you about? Main thing is use your common sense. Okay, you don't have to spend a ton of money for a gift certificate, or sorry, for a stocking stuffer. These things, like I said, are like office gifts, only $20, but they're very thoughtful if you think about, you know, something like what type of electric strings or whatever, or do that cheat book, you know what I'm saying, print it off the internet. Those are always really great and thoughtful gifts. Like I said, I'll never forget that gift I got. Okay. Lastly, you can get him a carry case for his music, his chords, his paraphernalia that is too much to go into his case, his guitar cases. Those are nice to have, especially for the gigging musician. Okay. Okay, so that makes some of the gifts, and I remember a custom gift that a buddy of mine got from his girlfriend. She got tired of seeing his cigarettes stuck on the end of his strings, okay, and burning holes into his guitars and leaving all these nasty ashes and stuff. What I'm talking about, guys, is this. Okay, you take a burning cigarette while you're smoking it and actually stick it on the end of a string like this. And what it does, it ruins the finish of a guitar because it burns it, of course, holes in it. And it looks awful and just disgusting. Okay, she got him an ashtray that actually hooked on to his guitar head and laid there outwards like this, so that he could actually rest his cigarette in it as long as he didn't move his guitar around. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen. That was back in the days of smoking, though. Ooh, let's forget those types of gag gifts. Another great one is a slide, okay? Only one thing, gotta know what size fingers, okay? Because you get one that's too small, like this is too small for this hand. You need to get one that's gonna fit his ring finger, right? Just like that, okay? That's the size you need, right? You can get those in metal or glass. Wood, chrome, all kinds of different materials. But, you know, it's one of those things you need to know, because one that's too small is just ridiculous. And a guy has big hands, you got to get even bigger than they normally carry, okay? Like I had to go to a special shop to get that one. What else? Also, linseed oil for the fretboard, right? Just a little dab of it, and you rub it in and rub it right off, okay? To treat the fretboard, keep it from cracking, right? A chamois type claws that you can use to do the finish with. Those are always nice to have, right? There's also these little devices you can put on with a simple screwdriver in most cases. Strap locks. They go on the, let's have one. They go on the guitar, 2 of them, and help keep his guitar strap in place at all times when flying off, okay? For those guys that do that crazy 70s gag where they spin that guitar around their neck, they definitely need some guitar strap locks. And there's 3 companies that I know that are the best that make them. Check with your guitar shops. They're metal and they come with a top and a bottom. They attach, and you'll see what I'm talking about when you go look, okay? Also, there's all kinds of little neat gifts to have. There's little change pocket holders, pocket change holders in the shape of a guitar body, like a Telecaster or a Les Paul. There's all kinds of gewgaws and gegags that you can get there other than playing with the guitar for the guitarist, right? You can get neckties, you can get logo shirts, okay? You can also get a shirt printed up, saying Fred, the world's greatest guitarist, okay? Or Fred, the sexiest guitarist, or whatever. Those are kind of good too to have, okay? Just give us, a gag gift, or even, it's being serious, okay? You can also get them little t-shirts, that say the world's greatest rock and roller, the world's fastest guitarist, okay? Hopefully we're talking about the guitar, not something else if he's a lover. The world's fastest guitarist, less than 1 minute. Make sure to mention the song you're talking about in less than 1 minute, or the lead word, okay? Or say, for example, Petey, the world's sexiest flamenco guitar player. Those are fun to have, and they can be used as real gifts or gag gifts, okay? I think I mentioned the foot stand and the polishing cloths on this video. I may have cut it out, but guitarists like to put their foot up, okay, on something, okay? And then usually you don't have anything close to do it with, get that leg up so you can balance the guitar with. These little foot stands are less than $20, made of wood, has some material on to keep your foot from sliding off. They're nice to have. It's just a nice little gift, okay? Also, I meant to mention that you can also buy these types of racks, okay? This shape and this type of device actually will come off here from the stand and be able to screw directly into your wall, okay? Have a wall hanging device less than $20 that holds your guitar up, right? But you gotta make sure you got a nice 2x4 or stud to drill into, and it won't end up pulling down your plaster or your sheetrock. You got me? Because the last thing you want to happen is have a little rumble out in California and see all the guitars go falling off the walls. It's boom, 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 boom. There went 30,000 bucks. Okay. Now, also guitarists that are with groups and things. Anything that they have that they may like, they want to put their name on, right? It helps to identify things like cases, amps, carrying boxes, gear boxes, whatever, okay? You can get them a custom stencil, right, that has the band's name on it, or their name, so they can identify stuff, you know, very quickly. They like to have that, you know, not bad. Just about anything that you can get that you can personalize for them is pretty cool too. You can get personalized picks, personalized guitars. You know, if he already has one, you can grab a hold of and have you know, custom luthier put his name across the fingerboard. But that takes months, though. Okay, so that might be a forward type gift, saying, "Hey, your guitar's been stolen for 2 months. Now it's being now it's being defaced." Yes, I'm taking your 59 and screwing it up. Not good. Okay, custom oil devices for their tuners and their bridges and stuff. Those are nice to have. They come in little bottles about yay big, have a very, very long, very slender application neck, okay? And they'll do spot oil jobs wherever you want those to be. They're not really sold in guitar shops, they're more hardware, but you can get those for less than $20, okay? You got me? And, you know, also think about a gig bag. As the guy doesn't have anything to put his guitar in to carry it around. He's always carrying it around barehanded. You don't want to go for a case. Get him a gig bag. They're less than $30, most of them. Of course, they go up to $100 if you want to get something really fancy. But normally they're around $30, and basically it's a big black bag. You stick your guitar in and zip it up, okay? It may have a name on it like Fender or Ibanez or Gretsch or Gibson, whatever it may be. Or it may have nothing, okay? And have a couple of extra pockets in it for his sheet music or his gear, like his chords, his picks, you know, that kind of thing, okay? It's always a nice gift to have a amp stand, okay? Get that amp off the floor where it's just, you know, facing right forward, and have it tilted back some, like yay so, right? So the music is playing up instead of at people's feet, okay? That's always nice to have. You'll see absolutely a lot of players these days will tilt their amp on some device like a block or whatever and tilt it so the music's playing upwards where it should be, you know, coming from, not towards people's feet, right? And if you have a big ass heavy amp like a Line 6, a Marshall or a Fender, you want to get a heavy duty stand. They run about $60 and down for a nice elevated directional pointing, you know, amp stand. You can always buy him a pedal board. If you notice, he's got a lot of pedals on the floor, like anywhere from 3 to a dozen of them, just kind of scattered about that he steps upon, right? Get him a pedal board that may help to organize his pedals with. You can get those anywhere from $120 down, okay? Nice custom wood one costs around $120, will fit maybe a dozen pedals, and that's always nice to have, okay? Those are readily available, right? Just most guitar shops have them, wood or plastic, right? The rest of it, it's more or less, if you see something he needs or is missing, right, on his guitar, like a knob or something, or his knob set's all broken up and gooey and crummy looking, you know, as long as it's not a collector guitar, it's just like give him a set of those, right? Those would be nice to have. And don't take a lot of thinking to get one, right? And I've already told you about the custom pick guards and all the rest of the good stuff. The rest of it's real custom work, and you know, that's more or less, he's got to know what he's doing to actually take advantage of that, okay? You know, another cheap stocking stuffer is a little SD cards. Find out what type of SD recording device he's using. Maybe buy a dozen of those for him, you know, or 4 or 5, you know, stick in his stocking, you know. And this requires, you know, more or less you know who that person is, and you get in his gear and check around. Anyway, just a few more of those little things to think about, okay? And if you, like I said, if you're a traveling musician, it never has to have one of those multi-purpose tool type things, you know, that kind of folds out into pliers and accu-jacks and wrenches and things like that, and magnifies things and has a vibrator on. You know, one of those things you can get for like, you know, $19 to to $48 from Home Depot to Fred's Sex Toys, right? Something like that, always nice to have, okay? What else? If he's a traveling musician, you always give him a blow-up doll to replace you while he's gone out of town on the road. It might keep him from roving around, which I sincerely doubt. Especially if he's a good, well-known rock musician. You better be there yourself. Okay? Gosh. If he's a singer with a rock band, give him some Guitarist. You know, that never hurts. If he's a really well-known singer, give him some Jack Daniels, you know, so he can kill himself quicker. I need some more sleep. Microphones, jack stands, things like that, you know, cords and things under $100. Most musicians will appreciate, okay? But custom stuff that you have to work on the guitar a lot with, or have electronics involved with it, like with amps and things, best to stay away from it, okay? Anyway, I want to thank all my subscribers this year, and want to wish every one of you, I love you guys, I want to wish every one of you happy holidays, and any questions about these or any other guitars or any other stuff, give me a holler, okay? Dave's in Texas. Bye.